we could talk about Nelly Furtado, but let's talk song. All good things come to an end, and it's the same with Benson Boone's very, very interesting and sweet album, American Heart. Today I'm going to listen to the last song. It's called Young American Heart, and I wanna squeeze out 3 more songwriting learnings from that album. So without further ado, let's get going. Step 1, find key. I believe we are in the key of G. The chord progression is relatively easy. It's a 1 to 4 progression, G to C. What I find interesting is that he kind of self-quoted here. If I say he, I mean Benson Boone, Evan Blair, and Jack LaFrance. What I mean with self-quoting is that I can hear similarities to the chorus line of I Wanna Be the One You Call. Remember? I wanna be the one you call. And I hear this here. I don't know if I'm the only one. If you can hear it too, let me know in the comments. Really cool hook in the piano part. As I said, with similarities to I Wanna Be the One You Call, a little bit different in the resolution. Okay, so really cool idea. Okay, pentatonic, something that Benson Boone loves doing, and nice little intro.
I remember we were only 16 at the time.
Establishing a very, very clear lyrical and rhyming structure. I remember we were only 16 at the time. We stole your daddy's car the day you learned to drive. The melody does.
I remember we were only 16 at the time.
And this is something that he likes as well, like ending his phrases on this 6th of the scale.
We stole your daddy's car the day you learned to drive.
Okay? That's what I hear.
Nearly killed us both a half mile down the road.
Mirroring the idea from the first verse line.
We were upside down and moving in slow motion.
Interesting. What he did here is he started repeating the rhyming pattern. This AA structure that we had up here with I remember we were only 16 at the time. We stole your daddy's car the day you learned to drive. Now becomes a couple of B lines. You nearly killed us both a half mile down the road. Yeah, we were upside down and moving in slow, rhyming with road, but the line is not finished. The line gets finished with the word motion that now becomes the first idea of a new section. Really, really interesting and good songwriting.
We're just floating, so out and free.
Okay, very, very good. That he even takes this motion and builds a new rhyme with this. Okay, so we land with this and moving in slow motion. And this he turns into we're just floating, so wild and free. The chord progression this time is a 6 minor 5. So when we first had 1, 4, this becomes now 6 minor 5. And of course the 5 builds the tension and wants us to go to the chorus. Interesting thing as well, not only the chords but also the line numbers raise the tension because we could argue that it's a 3-line verse, the 3rd line of which is unrhymed and thereby unresolved. So we've got this motion thing that rhymes with floating, we're just floating, and then so wild and free. This line is really wild and free because it doesn't rhyme with anything else, and we want to now go to what I hope is going to be a strong chorus.
It all made sense to me.
Oh no, so they actually answered this and it all made sense to me, but what makes sense we will find out in a second.
And if I'm good
Okay, it gives me, in terms of melody development and probably also chorus, it gives me We Didn't Start the Fire vibes. If I'm gonna die a young American and this was the final night we'd ever have again. Melody?
If I'm
If I'm gonna... Pentatonic all the way through.
young American,
Very, very elemental.
fine as long as I'm wherever you are. 'Cause you stole my
Interesting reharm thing. So the core idea is the 1/4 progression. But now he reharms the 1 and introduces the 6th minor instead. And back to the 4. Really cool.
American heart. Well, it's
Okay, let's because it kind of weirdly stopped in the middle. Let's listen to the title and where it's placed.
be just fine as long as I'm wherever you are.
So yes, melody variation, but no, we don't leave the pentatonic ground.
'Cause you stole my young American heart.
Okay, and this "'cause you stole my young American heart" is like the punchline at the end of the chorus, and then leads back to probably verse 2.
Well, it's been a long 2 years since you have left the country.
Okay, certainly elements from this year,
I remember we were only 16 at the time.
but without the damn at the end. So this country thing goes down instead of up. Country going down. Prosodic.
And I get so scared we'll never make it through our 20s.
Booster line, booster line. So both in terms of melodic variation and band arrangement, we find that this 3rd line of the 2nd verse really, really wants to regain our attention.
And I get so scared we'll never make it through our 20s.
Something like this. I don't know what the bass exactly does, but it's some kind of passing note that then goes to the 4.
And I get so scared we'll never make it through our 20s.
Maybe not, but it's definitely hits.
And we'll lose it all for nothing, nothing.
Okay, we missed the pre-chorus. This "we were just floating" thing.
We're just floating.
Okay, nothing floats in verse number 2, and they go directly to the chorus number 2, which makes a lot of sense to speed things up after the first chorus.
Nothing. If I'm good.
With the pre-chorus, with a 2025 pre-chorus drop without a pre-chorus, where suddenly the band vanishes and all we hear is that drum fill and vocal pickup.
Nothing. If I'm gonna die.
It's really because of this pentatonic, let's say, accessibility. It's really something that everybody can identify with and instantly sing along.
Just fine as long as I'm wherever you are.
With those modern twitches that he adds.
American heart, my young American heart. You stole my.
Please let this be a harmonic stacking bridge. Let's analyze melody for a second. Let's be patient.
My young American heart. You stole my American heart.
We add the F sharp, which is not in the G major pentatonic. This is interesting. And it's so basic that I hope that we build on this. So it's everything starts after the downbeat. My young American heart, my young American heart. You stole my American heart. And now I hope for a stacking bridge.
My young American heart, my young American heart.
So there is something, they certainly don't harmonize the actual melody, but introduce a counterpoint secondary hook there in the background, which is a pity. I hope they still develop the other thing, but let's analyze this background thing for a second.
My young American heart, you stole my
So it's basically just an addition to the chords and making the chords more colorful, but we can't really spot it as a proper melody. It's more like a pad that we add.
American heart, my young American heart.
E minor,
I'm gonna
and then they go back to probably last chorus. But why didn't they build on this? Why didn't they do... And the stacks could be... Right? And... So really cool things that they could have done with vocal arrangement. Maybe they didn't want to overdo that stacking melodies idea in the bridges, but it certainly was the place to make it work. They could have expanded more, I feel. Let's see how the song and album end.
I'm gonna die. Young American in this.
Very good to have one bar, basically 2 bars of silence, of broken down chorus, and then restart with this kick in.
'Cause you stole my young American heart.
Guitar taking over that. Where was that from? This thing that the guitar plays here. Is that chorus?
If I'm
Oh yes, sorry. So the guitar now plays the chorus hook, and Benson answers with the title tagline, "My Young American Heart." It's what is it? Is that is that a Killer song that says I got soul but I'm not a soldier, right? With this outro chorus ad-lib feel to it that certainly has got vibe similarities.
I've got soul, but I'm not a soldier.
And again, no final chord. This was Young American Heart, last song of the album American Heart by Benson Boone, and I'm sure we can take away valuable songwriting learnings. Songwriting learning number 1, I keep repeating myself, but it's really essential. A pre-chorus that you establish between verse 1 and chorus 1 doesn't need to reappear in the second round. So after verse 2, it's a good idea to speed things up considerably and to just get rid of the pre-chorus section, especially if it's not such a hooky pre-chorus. This thing here, I mean, I get why it builds and why it's cool.
just floating so out and free. And it
Certainly something that builds, but not something that is a hook that we would certainly miss if we were to go to the second verse, which is why they went directly from this here to the chorus.
and we'll lose it all for nothing, nothing. If I'm gonna
And especially combined with the 2025 pre-chorus drop, it's okay to get rid of your pre-chorus 2 and speed things up to cut to the chase. Songwriting learning number 2 is about the booster line. This one line, usually the third, the fourth, in that case the third line of your second verse, that you use to regain your listener's attention, especially if you are very good at sticking to the verse writing rules that you've established in verse number 1. You can use that third line to spice things up, could be with lyrics, or in that case with melody and arrangement, where people really say, oh, something's happening here, listen to this.
and I get so scared we'll never make it through our 20s.
In that case, the strongest thing is certainly those 2 bum 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 2 hits that bass and drums both do. So a booster line is certainly useful when writing modern pop music that everybody can identify with. And songwriting learning number 3, something that they wish they had expanded on more, is this stacking melodies on top of each other bridge that they didn't develop the way it deserved. So this year,
My young American heart, my young American heart.
had all the requirements for turning into this beautiful multi-harmony bridge, easy melodic development, and leaving room, especially thirds above, to harmonize this. So here I think they missed a great opportunity to expand this and to make this into a very, very powerful primary bridge. I hope they remember this when doing this live, and they do that, maybe letting the crowd sing that Jacob Collier multi-harmony arrangement. Certainly a section that deserves it. The production on the album somehow missed it. If you have strong bridges that go into this direction, please make sure to add the corresponding thirds to make it fat. And this was my live reaction and on-the-fly analysis of Young American Heart, last song of the album American Heart by Benson Boone. It was certainly a trip and an adventure. I'm thinking about making a wrap-up video, something like I listened to the full Benson Boone album and those are the 4 or 5 things that a modern songwriter should know. If you like this video idea, please let me know in the comments. If you liked this video here, please give me the thumbs up. Please subscribe to the Let's Talk Song channel if you haven't yet. Please also leave friendly comments. Please consider taking a look at the almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting available at spectreacademy.net. If you want to take your songwriting to the next level, please also consider becoming a member of this channel here. Link in description. For little money, you can get early access plus exclusive content. I guess we've talked song. You can talk about Nelly Furtado now. Bye-bye.